Marc Hopkins is currently in the medical device sales industry, where he travels across the country to train and collaborate with various representatives. And he's created an online game similar to Wordle that challenges users to guess the year of a historical photograph. Each day, a new photo is released, allowing users to learn more about the photograph and its historical significance. And Marc joins us now. How are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm brilliant, thank you. I've just played your game and I got it wrong, of course. But it's interesting. It's called Test of Times. What was the inspiration behind it?
Sure. So I was out at a bar it's about a year ago. It took a long time to actually create the project, but I was at a bar and we saw a picture on the wall. It was of the old Boston Garden. I live in Boston, and we were trying to guess the year of when it was from, because it was obviously an older photograph, and none of us could get it. And the waitress didn't know when it was from. So I was thinking could kind of be a fun game for people to play. And it went from there to kind of just doing some test rounds of it. And eventually I had a guy who designs websites create it for me. And it's live and functioning now, which is pretty cool.
And did this idea come about before Wordle, or was it afterwards and you thought we could make this like Wordle?
Yeah, it was more after Wordle, and it's kind of it's different from Wordle as in it's a picture. Yeah. But the portion that's similar is that when you type in the years, as you saw, it will tell you which digits you got right and which digits you got wrong. So if you're in the correct century, if you're in the correct decade, and then you get 3 guesses to get the actual correct year. So some pictures are much harder than others, but it's a fun game to play on a daily basis and learn history through pictures.
I guess it gets easier the different tries you've got, because on my first guess, I was 8 years out. Then the second guess, I was only 1 year out.
Okay.
And then third guess, I was 3 years out. So I went backwards at the end. I guess the thing is, do you handpick each picture every single day, or is it some massive database that it gets it from?
No, right now I handpick each picture every day. This is starting to become bigger, and we're getting a lot more users by the day. But this is still very much a 2-person project. It's me and then one other guy that actually handles the website end of it and makes it fully functional. But yeah, I handpick the pictures. I try to get pictures that people will recognize, and pictures that aren't, I guess, too recognizable. So something that not everyone will know the year, but also something where it's going to make people think, oh, let me go back in time and think about where I might have been and what age I might have been when this happened, to try to guess the right year.
I guess it's like that Hurdle one, which is now run by Spotify, I think, where you hear a song. It's something that's recognizable, so people can do it either based on their own recollection or just taking a look at the photographic quality.
Exactly. Yeah, you can tell certain photos, like if it's in black and white, it was before 1960, because that's when like color photographs come out. So there's some hints in there. And if you have no idea what the photo is, you can guess randomly. And then at the end of the screen, as you saw, even if you get it wrong, it will tell you the correct year of the photo. And then I do about 100-word like synopsis of what the photo is, and then a link to Wikipedia so people can learn more about the photo and its historical significance.
How do you know the year that it's from if it's an obscure photo, for example?
A lot of in making the game, a lot of the time, I have a Rolodex of hundreds of photos right now that I choose from. But in making the game, that was all just kind of me going kind of across the internet and finding photos that would be recognizable but not too easy to know. So I kind of just look at the photo and then I can tell the year of what it is, based on its history, and then put it up on the website.
And have you ever caught people out by having a picture that's actually quite recent, but it was taken on an old camera or in black and white film, so people would think it's really old, but it's not?
Yeah, I've never had to call anyone out, luckily, on that. But there are some examples of what you're talking about where a photo is maybe from like the 1970s, and it's clearly like it could be a color photograph and it's in black and white, or vice versa. So yeah, I've noticed that, but it hasn't been too big of an issue in me selecting the photographs to choose for the game.
Yeah. So what kind of feedback have you had so far about the game? Are people enjoying it?
Yeah, I've gotten really great feedback. Initially, I just sent it to family and friends, obviously, make sure it was fully functional and working. And the feedback has been really good. People enjoy playing it on a daily basis. They look forward to playing it. A couple of the new features I'll be adding are like a sign-in feature that'll come soon. So it'll track your results by month, however long you play it, and then I'm going to incorporate like a leaderboard, and then some like different things, like a lot of people like the crowns and like things for getting a certain amount right, like a streak. So more gamify features are going to be coming soon. And other than that, I haven't got really any like negative feedback, which is good. But again, there's still, there's not millions of people playing it yet. So hoping to get there eventually and spread the word through social media. Stuff like that. But.
Yeah, because already it's got statistics for yourself, hasn't it? So you can compete with yourself if you haven't signed in yet.
Yeah, the fun part of it is you can, so after you guess it, there's a share feature on the bottom, and if you click on that share feature, what it will do is the same thing as Wordle. Basically, it'll pull up. You have 3 lines, right? So 3 lines of 4 digits. It'll pull out your answer, so you can send it to family and friends. So right now, I have like a group text chat where, I mean, the whole chat is pretty much just these boxes, right? That people put their guess, and it shows you, I got it in 1 try, I got it in the 2nd try, or I didn't get it all, or 3rd try, I didn't get it all. Yeah.
If you haven't signed in, how does it remember your statistics? Is it just saved on your browser?
Yeah. So it's saved on your browser. So if you're playing on your phone, then it'll be saved on your phone. Most people play on the same device every time. But if you wanted to go and play on your computer, it wouldn't recognize you until you've played once. So that's kind of going to be the sign-in feature part of it, because once you sign in and start playing the game daily, then you're going to be able to track your stats no matter what device you are on.
Because in the meantime, I guess if you clear your internet cache, that's it.
Yep.
You've lost all your progress.
You've lost your progress, yeah. So that's the sign-in feature that's coming soon. But that portion of it is, the whole game took a long time to develop, but that takes a long time too, to add that to the site and that feature. So
when the sign-in feature comes along, will you have all your progress on your signed-in account from before you made the account?
Yeah, I don't have an answer to that right now, but I work very closely with a web developer who that is one of my main questions I got to ask him. Because people don't like to lose their progress. I obviously know that. So the answer is hopefully yes, but I'll have to double check.
And do you have any more ideas for other games, maybe of a similar nature or completely different?
Yeah, but for now, I have to pursue this one as much as possible, and see where this goes. I've spent a good amount of time on it, and now it's starting to get popular in the online communities. So I want to see where this goes first, and then I have a couple other ideas, but really focused on this right now.
You mentioned obviously there's massive things coming to improve this game, like the sign-in feature, etc. Is there anything you haven't mentioned about how this game will improve, or features that will be added?
Not really. I mean, I wanted to keep the game simple and as basic as possible. I think when it comes to the nature of online gaming, crosswords, stuff of that nature, the more complex you make it, the less users, people get frustrated. So I wanted to make this simple. This probably takes individuals, 30 to 45 seconds to guess. And then maybe they spend a minute or 2 reading about the historical significance. And then maybe at the end of the day, they learn something, maybe not, but hopefully they do. And for right now, it's more of an education educational game that I'm keeping as simple as possible.
Well, in the meantime, where are we able to find the game Test of Times?
So you just go to testoftimes.com.
Nice.
Pretty simple. You can go on any browser, go on testoftimes.com. Doesn't matter if you're an iPhone, Android, or if you're on your computer or iPad. Testoftimes.com. And then if you want to save it, a lot of people save it as like onto their home screen, so you can add it to your home screen, so you have easy access to play every day.
Well, many thanks for talking to us today. It's been great having you on.
Thank you. I appreciate the time, and thanks for playing today, and look forward to talking to you again soon sometime.